think that most of the companies or collectives that I worked with, they were really inspired from They worked in the, let's say, Belgian theater dance scene or dance theater scene, and so the fact that each with Platel, for example, or even with Peeping Tom, but it was more of a collective, so it was more collaborative. But everything is really based on what you can give yourself. It's not how you can reproduce something, how you can do something really good that everybody else can do, or it's more how to develop your own choreographic personality. And so I think that's what really influenced me in general in the companies that I worked with. And also there is usually, especially with Peeping Tom, for example, which was a collective, so it's like how you can collaborate with people at the same level and make everybody's voice as important as the others. And that was something that I really keep in my work when even if I sometimes even if I'm more responsible of the concept, I try to really make the inspiration, the creativity going between everybody. That's really what I keep with me. Then there is also, because I think in every work that I was in Belgium, in other people's work, it was always pushing things to the extreme somehow also. Like there is an idea to really provoke something strong, some strong feeling in the audience. Not to make a beautiful show, to entertain, but more to convey something strong and as important as possible. And so I think this also is important for me, the idea that you take a risk, or you make people, like the audience, take a risk somehow. Not that it's dangerous, but that it's that what's happening on stage, it's really strong, and what's even happening between the audience and the performer is also strong. That it's not something that you can leave. Like you can just sit in front really comfortable and watch it and go on with your life. I mean, of course it's important you can go on with your life, but that it really has an impact on people. And so it's true that because of my physical abilities, in every work that I've been participated in, I really tried to push this border, also to touch this limit where people really don't know if I'm actually breaking in front of them, or if it's okay, like to be on the edge like this. That was quite. That's what I take, and I think. I think the impact that those companies has had on me, they have it on the contemporary world. I think if you go and see a show of Platel, of Peeping Tom, or companies like this, it questions you in that sense, and you see that. I think if you're a dancer, or if you are a choreographer, you see that it's not everybody doing the same thing. It's really based on the people. So I think that's the influence that maybe they have in the work. And as far as if I'm trying to continue this, or if I'm trying to go against it in a way, I think there is a part of me that is that, for example, I don't think I'm a really great actor. So I think I can convey emotions through dancing, but so I really don't think about staging theatrical performances. Like with Peeping Tom, for example, it was really nice to be part of this, and really important in the work that we had a really almost realistic set, and we were staging like a family, and so we had these relationships and text and performing in a more theatrical way. And me, I try to maybe more work on the theatricality of movement purely, and what it can give. That I don't feel like I would never dare to put myself talking or playing a theatrical scene, for example. This is something that and so somehow to also pull the work in a more abstract frame, but that can mean as much also, that it's not that you don't understand anything or you don't feel something really precise. It's more that it's less casual in a sense, or theatrical in that sense. I think it becomes necessary. I think I started teaching not out of a really necessity to develop my work, but I think now teaching or this relationship with the with people on a direct level, it really influences my work. I think how to share more, and to also there is this idea of make people understand, and it's how you can. Yeah, so it's really it's taking more and more importance, I would say. Also in this idea of developing your own choreographic material, because I cannot really teach what I perform on stage. There is not a direct way from what I perform and how I can teach it to the people, because it's usually physically extreme. So I don't want to push people in those extremities. It's more to try to make people find their own way, or get a bit out of their habits, and it's like a reminder also that that I get into my own habits. Even trying to tell people to get away from their habits, I go into my own habits. So every time that I'm teaching and reminding people, it comes back to me also. So it's really important now. But it's true that I think to be honest, I really started teaching because I know the first week ever, like some years ago already, but I had nothing to do. Somebody told me, you don't want to try to give classes? So okay, I'll try. So it was not like a calling, but now it's really important now, and it's really questioning also how you can be really influential on people, but try to also give them freedom and be able to doubt as a teacher. For me, it's really important to really also to even be able to express doubts, and if somebody asks you a question, that you're not like the mastermind in front of them telling them, no, it's not like this, or I think it's like, I think it's like this I can say, but it's also for people to find their own way. It's really, so it's really important now in my work. And I was in Greece several times before in the Kalamata festival with Peeping Tom. I performed twice, so 2 years. Maybe not in a row, but 2 years there in Kalamata. And of course I enjoyed it a lot, because like you perform, you're on the beach, it's like paradise for dancers on the tour. It's really welcome. I know Linda from Rootless Root, Coca, who works with the Rootless Root, Constantina, I should say maybe. Emilio's. I know people that I crossed, and of course they're beautiful and really strong performers. I cannot say that it comes from them being Greek, but of course so that's maybe more the way that I know the Greek scene. And I'm afraid to say that I think I didn't see pieces from Greek choreographers apart from the Rootless Root collective. I've seen pieces of them. So work that has been developed in Greece, but who shares both influences of Slovak dance and Greek dance.